The dome light is set to the door open position now, and it doesn't work when the door is open because the door ajar switch, which is there on the side here, it doesn't work. But sometimes it does work when you give it a few pushes, like you see here. It's basically a spring loaded switch, so maybe the mechanism inside is gone. It works sometimes, it doesn't. So, anyways, I've got a replacement switch for the two doors. We'll replace it. Just pull it out from the slot. Maybe use a flat blade screwdriver. This is that positive cable which goes to the switch that sits on this slot right here. And it comes through here through the grommet from below the door sill right there. And it comes out through the other side. So I've got the replacement switch here. And if you see it up close, how it works is basically the ground comes in contact with the positive cable, and that's how the light turns on. It is a normally open switch, just like the one you have it in your refrigerator. So when you open the door, the connection is established, and that's how the light blinks. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of this connector here and crimp it to that cable with a permanent connection. I've got a crimping tool and two butt crimps here. The only small concern here is there's very little gap for that crimping and for the cable to be routed through this hole. Anyway, let's see. The switch has been inserted through the hole, and we have routed the other end of it through that grommet here. Now we need to remove this connector and prepare the cables for crimping it directly to the stock cable. Only the short length is a concern. So the switch with that rubber casing is installed. Now we have to connect the cable to this stock cable. So I've prepared both the cables. Now we'll join it using a crimp. So it is when these two cables are connected and the loop is complete, you have the light turning on. See? So I'll connect this using a butt crimp. It is done, as you can see here. And it's a permanent joint. I'll not be able to remove it. If I want to take it later, I'll have to splice it. In any case, it's not a concern because this is only a ground cable. Even if it touches any part of the body, it's not going to create any spark or something. It's only that the light is going to be turned on. So that's not a problem. So the driver side is done. Push the cable inside the grommet and cover the floor carpet and replace the door sills back. And the work this side is over. I'm going to have to clean this sill as well. Just a test. So on the co-driver side, this is the condition. The rubber cap is missing. We'll replace this also. So from that replacement switch we have, what we'll do is we'll remove the cable and we'll use a stock cable and connect the switch. The new switch is in place. Next on the list is to change that cabin light. It has faded plastics and lens and these lifeless and skeletal sun visors. So you can see the foam inside is completely gone. That's what 23 years would do to it, I guess. Anyway, I'll remove it and give it to a good upholsterer who can fill some foam padding and back it up with a vinyl sheet. As you can see, the cabin light is in quite a deplorable state, probably due to a bulb change, I don't know. Anyway, removing it is quite simple. Just pry it out like this, and you have two Phillips head screws on either side. One is intelligently used as a ground. So remove these Phillips screws and it just comes off. You don't have to detach the mirror in any case. It will just enclose around the mirror. Once you remove the lamp, you will see a connector. Remove the connector and you're good to go. Basically, this connector is having two cables. One is for the door ajar positive signal and the other is for the switch based signal. So the new cabin lamp is in place. Not much difference if you see, because the older one was also mechanically and electrically intact. Only thing was this was cheap and the plastics had a bit of fading and all those markings, etc. Otherwise it works perfectly. So that's the only reason. Once the lamp is installed, replace the lens back. It's just a snap-on fit and it goes in place and locks itself. So the new lamp is back, lens is back, hands are a little dirty. So all the connections work. This is in the door open signal right now. Now let's see the parts used for this DIY. This is a door adjust switch, 2 numbers each. This is that cabin lamp. one number. This is the exploded diagram which shows part number 9, door open switch. And this is a parts diagram showing the cabin lamp. You can also see the side indicators and the front indicators coming on the bumper. That's all guys. Thank you so much for watching.